Rock Valley, Iowa is an oasis of peace and quiet amid a sea of corn. But when the Outlaws roll into town, the calm of summer is shattered by the appropriately named Thunder in the Valley event. All sorts of radical machinery cuts loose in competition, and the only sounds louder than the engines are the cheers of the spectators. This is your chance to join them.
In the heart of the Midwest, there's a band of modern-day marauders. Mounted atop their beasts, they line up to throw down. They are outlaws.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series is putting on its Saturday matinee show here at Rock Valley, Iowa, and it's bound to be a wild afternoon. Hello, everyone. I'm Claude Wood, and along with Dave Bennett and Rick Carlson, we'll be bringing you all the action, starting with the light Superstock class. And to get it underway, this is Corey Schluter out of a family pulling organization. He drives Grand River Deer.
Oh, the Grand River Deer. The Grand River is the name of the river outside of Carrollton, Missouri. That's hence the name on the tractor. Oh, wheels up. Let's get this show started off charging hard. Ground speed. Now, he ain't going to like that front end up in the air that much. It makes a beautiful shot for the camera. And look at the tracks back behind him, kind of zig and zag. Claude has a beautiful pull, but that's really not the best pull you want to have.
Well, let's go on board, Dave, and see if we can see where he went left on the track.
It just kind of drifted. You can tell the front wheels didn't take him over there, just where the tractor wanted to drift to, and he's smart enough not to fight it, but I don't think he's going to be happy with that pull. Let's go down to Rick Carlson.
Corey, you're going to keep that.
Yeah, it wasn't the best pass. We don't run any water coolant in this engine, so with this motor, you're basically limited to one pass a night, so wasn't the best hook, but we took it anyways.
And that'll bring up Randy Dunklow. He drives Green Acres.
A lot of pulling tractors in the Dunklow family, all of them in a different class. This one, the Dunklow Dairy, the boys got to really schedule their pulling around the dairy farm. And when they show up, they are a force to contend with. The big 4250 John Deere tractor. Oh, man, got to bouncing and one-wheeled. He wound up on one wheel, took him over to the right with a distance of 2:33.01. Not a good hook at all.
And Dave, he spotted the sled over on the left. So far, most guys are using the center. We'll see if it makes much difference.
And you can see his front tires right there. When they come down, he had them turn, which dived the tractor to the right, which made that one wheel turn loose. Just cost him some severe distance.
This is Keith Backer. He's out of West Point, Nebraska. He pulls with a lot of other associations, and his tractor is called Last Call.
Yeah, the Last Call. Now, you notice there's no smoke. This is the class that you can mix alcohol and diesel. You want to run an alcohol tractor, no problem. In the light super class, you still got to run the tractor rear end. RPMs didn't come up. He just didn't really have the best pull, but at 234.24, it's all in the RPM and the ground speed, Claude.
It is, straight down the track, but that's not the most important thing. The goal is the distance.
Yes, for a fact, and he could be working on the motor a little bit, trying to get more ponies. You never know, but hey, he's still going to drive it off the track.
This is Chuck Schluter. As of right now, his son is leading. Chuck is your 2009 and 2014 points champion.
The Barn Buddy, the name right there. I mean, there's so many pulling tractors in that barn. This is just the Barn Buddy to all the Grand River Deer. Oh, rock and roll. When you see him kind of do the catwalk right there side to side, he's got a pass on. Sweet, sweet pass, and you bet you 275 and 22, he takes the lead.
Go to the replay, you see it's wheels up a whole lot, but I don't think, Dave, he had to use the brakes much at all.
Not at all. Now, he got too high right there. He unloaded. See the wheelie bars right between those rear tires. He touched the ground with them. That cost him a distance, but yeah, center the track, take it to the big end. He'll like that pull.
Chuck, a lot of times 275 isn't that great, but today that's a really good number.
Well, we overcorrected, I think, from our last night pass. Probably should have the same setup as last night, but well, we'll take it so far.
And that'll bring up John Ewald. He's out of Shelton, Nebraska, driving Midlife Crisis.
And I'm pretty sure he is having a midlife crisis, but he's having fun doing it. Boy, these light supers are getting up in that front end, and that, I can't say that's none too high. A little bit of a bounce right there. Smoke coming out of the sidewall. He burns it in. He didn't hurt for power, but he's going to hurt for distance. 236 and 32.
Well, Dave, so far he wins the award for keeping the front end in the air the longest time.
You know, that's really not a bad deal, but you would like to have it down just a little bit more. And the reason I say that, when the front end goes too high, the drawbar lowers. When you lower the drawbar, you're taking away from traction from the rear tires.
Mark Ulmer, your 4-time Outlaw Mechanic of the Year. His tractor is called the Weapon.
Oh, it's going to be time to rock and roll. One of the scat backs in this class. Look at the tire speed, the wrinkle in the tire. You can always imagine. One thing about this tractor, it's either going to go or it's going to blow, and today I think we're just going to go. Heads up, new leader, 287.09, center of the track. Claude, this is going to be a purty replay.
It is just about picture perfect. Look on the top of the hood there, like that American flag.
He's always got some good murals on his tractors, and he's got a stable full of machines. A little bit of a dido right in the center of a track makes him a little S, but hey, still takes the lead.
Well, too much fun. That's a good attitude to have. Jim Scheffler out of Hancock, Iowa.
Yeah, the Too Much Fun tractor. They've even got a tractor in the stable called Just for Fun. The Scheffler family enjoys the sport. They've always got a smile on their face. Little Case IH trying to spin and grin. Don't see the big tire speed, and the motor went down on him. Not a good hook for him at all. 205 and 31, but you know what? I bet you he's still going to smile.
Check it out, the leaderboard. Mark Ulmer with his Case IH. He is just as dominant as ever. Stay with us. We'll be back with more.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Extreme Performance Tire Cutting, Be Supreme, by Extreme, Will Cross Seed, good product, good prices, good service. Sapp Brothers, visit one of our 16 full-service truck stops today. And by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Welcome back to Rock Valley, Iowa, and the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. Here comes Alan Ulmer out of Minnow, South Dakota. He's rebuilt his tractor, so we'll see how it shakes out today.
Oh, he's been wrestling with this tractor for years, getting it all lined out. Thought he had the Class 1 last night, and his uncle took it away from him. Fighting those front, look at them front wheels. Oh, he is standing on the brake, trying to keep it in bounds. He knew he had a good pass. Had to be feather on the brakes, and listen to this, 295.28, we got a new leader.
He's set up over on the left, so is the track changing so far, Dave?
Oh, in the sunlight, everything changes, but that tractor wanted to go hard left. Look at those front tires. He'd better be careful what's going on, but he's going to take the lead, and let's go down to Rick Carlson and see what he had to say.
Alan, I thought there'd be a big grin when that helmet came off.
Another good run. We're making progress every pass down the track. Last night, my Uncle Mark got me at the end. Tonight, I got him at the end. There's one tractor left, though, and hopefully it holds. If not, second place isn't bad either.
Well, one puller remains, and that is Frank Boha Boy. He calls his tractor Green Lightning.
Here's a guy that has got the patience of Joe working on this tractor for the last couple of years, and he is a dominant force this year. If anybody can take the red out, it'll be this green one right here. Boha Boy charging hard. Same situation. Wanting to go to the left. The tires are turned. Run at him. He run at him hard. He's going to go into second place at 289 and 25.
Checking out the final results. Alan Ulmer driving his Case IH wins it. Uncle Mark Ulmer in third place. Let's change gears and classes. The Unlimited Light Superstock class. Driving a New Holland, this is Ryan Frericks.
We just left the light Superstock class. Now we're getting into the unlimited light Superstock class. The difference, you don't have to have a tractor rear end, and you don't have to worry about cubic inches so much, and these are all alcohol. As the addiction, Ryan Frericks done a lot of bouncing. He goes 254.41, not going to be happy.
Well, that'll set the mark to beat, and it will bring up Bryce Pickler driving Red Thunder.
Man out of Wisconsin, not an outlaw. One of the guys that comes into the bigger shows, hard charging machine. Didn't come to lose, and boy, he's proving that right here. Giddy up, go, let's go to the other end. Red Thunder going to put a mark on there at 298.32. He's going to take the lead right there.
Dave, let's go on board. This is about as arrow straight as you can get.
Oh, it was a straight shot. That right hand was already down when the camera come on. That motor was wide open. He just taking a Sunday afternoon drive, laying it right in. A good shot. See the determination in his eyes.
Justin Hoffman, our next puller, dedicating this tractor to his brother Jason.
One of the stories in the pit is about keeping Jason's dream alive. Justin, tell us a little bit about it.
When Jason was 16 on October 4th of 2012, he was on his way to school and he got caught in a traffic accident with a train on his unprotected tracks and ended up sitting in the ICU for a couple weeks, and then he was in Madonna Rehab Center for 3 months, and after that his life was taken. And then since then we've kind of started this whole deal of keeping Jason's dream alive. We're selling t-shirts, trying to put money into a scholarship fund for him, and last year we raised over $10,000 in scholarships to give away to his classmates, so I thought that was kind of a good way to try to keep his memory going.
And his memory is kept alive at a special pull in Dunlap, Iowa, their hometown. They raise a lot of that money at that pull, and a lot of pullers show up at Jason's Memorial Pull. Get it on, rock and roll, up and down. They call this tractor the last one standing. Giddy up, go. He goes the distance of 295.35. That had to be quite a ride sitting in that seat.
And he had a great pull. You can see he feathers the throttle real easy coming off the starting line there.
But when that clutch locked up, the front end went up. And most usually when you see that tractor do a little dog walk side to side, it normally takes off. But the traction turned loose and he had to settle for that distance.
And that'll bring up Sean Weens out of Nebraska. His tractor is called Deer Factor.
Oh, the Weens family, you know, you'll see dad driving, you'll see son driving a little bit later on. The daughter's taking the day off. You never know. But, boy, you talk about rock and roll tractors. This family knows how to put the power to the ground. They got an uncle that drives a two-wheel drive. Alcohol burning, spinning, grinning. Deer Factor moved over to the right side. Don't know if that'll work. Yes, sir, it worked. 3:08 and 22. You got a new leader.
And as we go to the replay set up in the center, but instead of being pulled over to the left, he goes stage right.
And I ain't too sure that ain't what he wanted to do, get out of the ruts. Take a look right there. He didn't do it with the steering wheel, and I'll bet you he didn't touch the brakes. You never want to touch the brakes on a run. Just let the tractor go where it wants as long as it goes to the lead.
Sean, the track had some teeth today.
Oh, yeah. You never have to worry about coming to Rock Valley and worrying about the track. These guys do a perfect job preparing the track. Even today in the afternoon in the sun, it was a lot of fun.
Our next puller is Gary Whiff. He is your defending points champion on Deer Fever.
Yeah, it's a father and son team. You just seen son step up to the side right there and give him a little bit of advice. This is one of your major players. Tires wrinkling, tires spinning, but here again, front end way too high up in the air and hitting the brake. Ooh. You just seen a bad thing. You'll see it on this replay coming up. The tractor cannot touch the white line. The sled can, but the tractor can't.
And on the replay, you'll see Dave, he just, well, I started to say slowly, but that was a pretty quick move to the right.
Yep, disqualification, red flag out, tractor touched the white line. He's going to take a last place.
Checking out the leaderboard, one of our Outlaw members, Sean Weens, driving Deer Factor, has the lead for right now. Will it hold? This is Scott Holtgrove. He was in second place last night. He's looking to move up when we come back. Welcome back to Rock Valley, Iowa, and the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series continuing with the Unlimited Light Superstock class. This is Scott Holtgrove, runs an irrigation repair business.
And quite a man on the pulling track. As you heard earlier, he took second place last night, and this man don't like to lose. And giddy up, go. You look at those rear tires, he's got the pressure on them. Spinning out at 311.69, and he is going to take the lead good and straight.
That is a sleek-looking black tractor, I'll tell you. Set up just a little bit to the right, wheels up.
You can tell when his clutch is locked up. When the clutch is locked, the front end went a little high up in the air, but his ground speed, he's looking over at that checkered flag. He knows he just took the lead. He's going to be happy.
Out of Downing, Wisconsin, this is Nick Swinby. He calls his tractor 100 proof.
Yeah, a little bit of a play off the 100 proof name, referring to the alcohol you're burning in the motor. You don't see no smoke coming out of those exhausts. You're seeing a lot of tire speed. Notice those rear tires are not buckling, kind of like some of our leaders had. Just a little bit of a buckle right there. But he gets a distance of 272.18, way back in the pack.
Yep, a pretty disappointing pull. One of the critical parts of setup for tractor pulling, Dave, is tire pressure, and it must be pretty low to see them buckle that much.
Yeah, a lot of people think those big tires would be carrying 20, 30 pounds of pressure, but they're actually only carrying 4, 5, 6 pounds.
Glenn Freeze, he's a farmer and your past points champion in light Superstock.
Yeah, his man has pulled different classes. He's always liked the lights, and he's gone to the unlimited. Out of Watkins, Iowa, corn farmer, calls the machine Red Ink. Once again, these boys are getting up in the air, but the tire speed, throwing the dirt, using the whole track. And look, you can tell the sun is really working on his track. Look at that dust. Another disappointing pull for a good puller, 284 and 60.
We go to the replay. That sun is really changing the track. That is the most dust that has been kicked up so far.
Yeah, and you can't water the track during a clash. You really can't do anything. And what he done, he got out of the road. He went over where nobody else was looking for hard track, wasn't there.
Marcus Wedelson, he is really a dominant force in NTPA pulling.
Yes, he is, and he come over with the Outlaws at this Rock Valley show. He knows it's one of our premier shows, and he wants to see how he's going to match up with the Outlaws. Gunpowder and lead. Everybody's heard of this tractor, and they're going to hear of it again because he just went 313.95. The man from the other side of the state goes in the lead.
Well, that'll give you a little bit more extra challenge to go into a different association.
The boys love the competition. The guys from NTPA and PPL, when they come over, the Outlaws loves the competition, and he'll like this pull. Let's go down to Rick Carlson.
Mark, as we get close to the end, you took over the lead.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the pass. We had a few tractors to watch, so we're pretty tickled with that. And the tractor picked the front. We didn't have to touch the brakes, didn't make a lot of mistakes. So we got one more tractor to go. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we end up in the one. So.
And one puller remains. The Outlaws Colin Weens. Right now, NTPA puller Marcus Wedelson has the lead. Can Colin take it from him?
Well, he's carrying the Outlaw flag with him right now and spinning and grinning. A good takeoff. Front end not bobbling. We're not zigzagging on the track. Got a pass, but Flagman backing up. Just how far did he go? Oh, man, takes the lead by over 4 feet. 3:17.37. Outlaws is going to win.
I'd say he had enough adrenaline to take it. This was a great run.
Oh, it was. The front end got up, not too high, but he carried it all the way through. Nice pass. This young man is going to be smiling big.
Colin waited to the very end, and that's a good pull. That's a win.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. It was a fun ride.
Checking out final results, Colin Weens wins it. He knocked off some big names in the sport, including his dad, Sean, who is in 4th place. When we come back, a new class, the Light Limited Modified.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day. Precision Turbo, the world's foremost manufacturer of high-performance aftermarket turbochargers. VP Racing, the world leader in race fuel technology. And by Steel Rubber, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping.
Welcome back to Rock Valley, Iowa and the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. A new class, the Light Limited Modified. So, Dave, tell us all about this class.
Just like our big modifieds, the Light Limiteds can run various combinations, but it really adds up to cubic inches on what you want to run.
This is Brian Furr. He's out of Lee, Nebraska.
Now, this tractor's running a single blower with the horsepower. That's what is in the rules. You heard that motor go down. That motor went down hard and fast. He's got a mechanical problem. He's going to live with 254.06.
As we go on board, not so much of a finesse operation here, is it?
Not really. You seen that right hand jerk down. He asked you for horsepower quick. And right there, that motor went down. It just couldn't handle the power.
And in this class, we'll see many different engine configurations, like this one he calls jet lag.
The little turbine engine. Now, this one's not as big as what we can run in the bigger class. Smaller turbine out of a helicopter. Oh, we're going to use the whole track. Left side, right side, center side. Look at those rear tires buckled down, trying to put the power to the ground, and it's going to work. Got a new leader at 270 and 98. Fire blowing.
And the crowd enjoying this, wishing maybe they'd brought a little more hearing protection, though. That'll bring up Wyatt Anderson, the son of Dave Anderson, a puller in another class.
Yeah, the young man's watched his dad blow smoke in the Superstock class for many years. Now he's running. You see two motors right here, and it looks like blower bonnets on top, but that's just fuel injection. You cannot run the blowers if you're going to run two motors, and you're limited on your cubic inches. Oh, the motors is singing. He's just a little heavy up on the front end, but he goes second place at 265 and 91.
Love the paint scheme on here. Wow, that is wild. Let's go on board and see if it's a wild ride.
Yeah, take a look at that tachometer in this shot right here. He's running up, he's over 7,000, right on top of 7,000 RPM with both motors right there, spinning and grinning. A good ride on board.
This is Cody Meyer, and this is his second tractor he calls Retired Warfare.
I love the way he plays with the names with the turbine aircraft engines and using the military names. I think it's a great, great playoff. Spinning and grinning, going way down the track. A smooth ride for him. He learned from his first pass. Man's going to go 279 and 66.
Looks like a pretty smooth ride, and I'm wondering, Dave, the turbine engines, is there less breakage and mechanical problems with those?
That is one thing about the turbine. Now, the automotive engines, yeah, they are doing more than they're designed to do, and the turbine is just doing exactly what it's designed to do. They're really not beefed up.
Final results. What a way to start the season for Cody Meyer. You can't get much better than this. First and second place finish.
I was real happy with it. I couldn't ask for a better weekend. Got first place today, second place last night. It's a great event. I'm happy to be here.
Well, what a day of pulling, Dave. I think we've seen it all.
From top to bottom, you can't beat it.
And that'll put a wrap on it for Dave Bennett and Rick Carlson. Plugwood. So long, everyone.